People recognize me all the time. Today I have a new story to tell. Everyone says math and physics are hard to understand, but that they are abstruse is exactly what intrigues me. I like the certainty of math. I'm literal-minded. I like that there's a right answer and a wrong answer. Also, I'm good at it. I received an undergraduate and a graduate degree in math from SUNY New Paltz. My thesis was in algebra. I once devised a whole diagram for learning tic-tac-toe, but I had to erase it because it was too complicated. My mom encouraged my love of math. So did my grandma, Gigi, although she thought maybe I was too into it and it wasn't necessarily helping me. But she was proud of me. After graduate school, I wanted to get a job and make friends and have recognition by my peers. I go to conferences to meet people who can help me, but they don't seem to fully recognize my skills. We have a hard time communicating. The other conferees won't sit near me. I feel they are avoiding me. What, do I smell or something? It doesn't feel good. I don't get very far in my career in math because I'm also experiencing psychiatric emergencies from my schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. The first time I'm in the hospital is because I haven't yet discovered medicine to help me. I'm becoming paranoid and things are frightening me. They put me on a few strong medications, which helps, but it takes time to find the right dosage. So I stay in the hospital for a month. After that, whenever I start acting strangely, I go back to the hospital so they can adjust my medicine again. I've been in the hospital 4 times, or maybe more. I stopped counting. But as always, math comforts me. Once at the hospital, when we were making crafts, I see that there is a journal from the American Mathematical Society. It is full of mathematical equations and tightly argued proofs, and I start to work on it. But it's time, when it's time to go, they tell me to leave it out for people to read it. But I want to take it back to my room. I don't think anyone else would be interested in this, I say. Sometimes, with all the fiddling with my medication, I pay the price. I have a problem with shaking, so my doctor prescribes something to see if it helps. It's around Hanukkah, and I bring gelt and fruit wedges to my sisters. She complains about the money I spend, which is only $10. It makes me feel like a kid again, and that makes me angry. I'm upset with myself, but it turns out it's because the adjustment to my medication has brought on my first manic episode. I read somewhere that people with schizophrenia never get Parkinson's disease. It intrigues me at the time. The word never. What is the correlation? I think of that again when I'm diagnosed with Parkinson's last year. If I forget to take my medicine, I get really shaky. It doesn't really bother me unless I can't hold a glass. They say you get delusions eventually, but I get those anyway. But then my doctor calls and says, we have to talk. That doesn't sound good, so avoid her for as long as I can. When we finally meet, she tells me I have kidney disease. It's a side effect of the lithium. I have a kidney stone, and it's painful. I actually don't know whether I can do math at the same level. They say now I have to be on a special diet. low potassium and phosphorus. It might get worse. I have to watch it for the rest of my life unless I get kidney transplant or they improve dialysis. I've never really experienced depression. It wasn't a feature of my schizophrenia, but now I get depressed. I already have mental illness, Parkinson's disease, poor muscle control, and a learning disability. Chronic kidney disease is the final straw. It seems like a new forever. All these health issues take time and energy from the things I want to do. I want to go to the gym again. I enjoyed the videos there and the way it improved my strength. I want to eat out. I miss eating bacon and eggs and orange juice. And there are a lot of doctors to see, a lot of ists. A nephrologist for my kidneys, a neurologist and a urologist for Parkinson's, an oncologist, a hematologist, and an endocrinologist because they were worried about my thyroid. A podiatrist because my feet are starting to hurt. And of course a psychiatrist, a general practitioner, and a therapist. But there's an ist that helps me cope when things are really hard. I am an optimist. I'm resilient by nature. I'm pulling through, and I don't regret anything. I want people to know that even someone who seems to have overcome their illness can still have problems, even if they're a little bit famous.